Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is September the 12th, 2022 at 8 o'clock p.m. And tonight I have a special guest in the house, Tucker Nace. Welcome baby and thank you for joining me.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm just floating around somewhere. I'm still on my high from this weekend.
I'm telling you, it was like we all got twisted and we didn't have alcohol. It was a blast. So, I'm going to hop into the chat before we get going, and we're going to take a walk down memory lane of the weekend. So, we had preset the video to go at 7, but we needed to make a little bump back to 8 o'clock. So, with that being said, thank you, Teresa Louise, immediately for catching that and letting me know. Hello to everyone in the chat. It's going to be quite a long video, not like hours, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Tucker in the chat is just like, isn't it nice to see? It's amazing. Hello, Tucker. That Bargello quilt looks beautiful behind you. Thank you. I can't wait on it to be finished so everybody can see the whole wave and all the motion. It's going to be fun. So, I'm just going to do a real quick skim. It's not going to be a great one, so if I miss someone, please forgive me. It's not with intent or malice. I don't know where it started, so I'm going to just start where Becca joined in and go down from there because the rest, I believe, were prior or hanging out. We do have a new one in the chat tonight. No name. My name is Missy. I don't know how to put my name on here. Missy, if you contact me after the video, I can show you how to do that. That way you can put whatever you want in there. It's an easy fix. Debt Free Quilter, hey. Rena Brown, hello everyone. Teresa Louise, hello Heather. Peace, Love, and Quilting. Courtney, hello and welcome. Trying to slide back to where they moved it. Crafty Panda says, I'll be back at 8 o'clock. And then she was singing to me, but I'm not going to sing out loud to you all. We did enough of that singing this weekend.
We sure did.
We had a blast. Joyce Baker, hello everyone. Debt Free Quilter is back. So Becca, good evening everyone. The Debt Free Quilter, hello Becca. Malia Montoya, good evening to all you lovelies. Rena Brown, Melina. What are the rest of... Oh, Megan Nash just subscribed. Thank you, Megan.
I don't know who that would be.
I don't know. Might be that mama of yours that I dearly love.
Yes.
I just adore that lady. Hello, Kathy, and welcome, sweetheart. Crafty Panda, you cracked me up singing your song. Hello, everyone. I am new to Donna's site. Saw her on So Becca's. And welcome, sweetheart. I hope you like the content that we put out there, and it's a lot of fun. So if you like it, subscribe, and we hope to see you back. It's been a blast, and thank you, Becca, for letting others know to come my way. It means the world to me. Barb Olson, hello. And I'm just sliding back. Teresa Louise, thank you for everything you do for me. Just skipping down through real quick. Sheila, hello. Beth of Goody Goods, our little mama's in the house. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. Yo, Patty G. Good evening and looking forward to seeing your fabric haul. Baby girl, you're going to see more than a fabric haul tonight.
You're going to get live entertainment.
You're going to see live entertainment, too. And we see a few crabs in the house. So it's going to be fun. So if Becca's a good girl, we might even slip her the link so she can pop on if she's camera ready. But we'll see. It's all depends on how good she is. So Streamlabs is working. The mods are dropping links. So Journey, hello. Beautiful Bargello. That's just one half of it. And as time allows this week, I'm going to start cutting and getting the next section ready so when we meet up again. The date's been decided, but I'm going to purge that out to everybody that did attend so that we can all pre-schedule the next event to come together and sew. It's going to be a blast. Sherry, hello, Becca. I'm going to put this down. Janet Johnson, how come we can hear Becca but can't see her? I have not a clue. Absolutely not a clue. I'm not on Zoom yet, but she could be.
Yep.
You never know. Tucker's got the link, and it's all going to be up to him if he drops it to her. What's the crabs? Janet, you're going to see here at the end of the video, as the videos play, we're going to be dropping some as I'm talking, and that's going to be fun. Playing double duty at the guild meeting and watching the live stream. Oh, so she's still in her meeting. Oh, this is going to even be more fun.
Oh, even more tempting.
Oh, I know. I don't know. Can we do this?
I don't know.
I don't know. So, anyway, my husband took all of my pictures and all of our videos, and he compiled little video clips along the journey.
I hope the audio works.
And we're hoping the audio works. It worked on my phone. It worked when he uploaded it. But the first little clip that you're going to see, if the audio doesn't work, you're just going to have to read my lips. So, with that being said, this is the little video clip of when I left town. Then we're going to stop there, and I'm going to show you my first stop along the way. So, sweetheart, if you want to do that, feel free to drop the first little video. With that being said, this is the little video clip of when I left town. Then we're going to stop there, and I'm going to show you my first stop along the way. So, sweetheart, if you want to do that, feel free to drop the first little video. My lips are moving, and no. This is the little video clip of when I left town.
Yep, the audio's not working.
Yeah, it is.
So, sweetheart, if you want to do that, feel free to drop the first little video.
My lips are moving, and no.
This is the little video clip of when I left town.
Becca says the video's not working. Daggone, that would have been a good one. So, I could just do it like this. I'm in the car. I'm heading down the road. You saw the little video clip, and I'll give you a recap. So I'm getting ready to get on 68, heading out of town, and I'm going, okay, always a tech issue, right? It happens to all of us. So anyway, I'm in the car, and I put the video, my cell phone up, and I'm going, okay, I got to do a little blog along the way. So I'm like, this is going to be fun. So I'm like, okay, everybody, I finally get to go out of town. It's been a hot minute, you know? So I hope y'all can watch me on this grand adventure. I haven't been to Virginia in many, many years other than my granddaughter's cheer comp, and we slide in, hit the hotel, and go to the cheer event. So with that being said, I was like, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do this. We'll post the videos in another one and just let it all purge and upload, like Becca said, once he gets the audio fixed. But it was a blast. And I stopped when I was getting onto the interstate because you got to keep your hands on the road and all that safety. So I said, I'll catch you back in the next one. So the next video, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to segue into that, says, my GPS says I'm 2 miles or so from her house. I don't want to give the destination. I didn't want her address out there. It's not mine to tell. So I wanted to keep her safe. So I'm going down the road, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming to a firehouse. I'm passing the police station, and it's up here on the, whoops, can't even tell you if it's left or right. So I tinkered a little bit and said I was getting ready to get in. So with that, it was like amazing. So my first little stop, Becca gave me a little tidbit when I was heading down the road. She goes, well, I've got to work the stand at the church. So if you want, you can either go to the house, relax till I get there, which would have been like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I know her husband, know her family. So I was like, I can do that, but I'm just going to take my time. I need to find a Starbucks because I need the energy and things. And I'd really like the quilt shop like shop hop on the way down. She goes, oh, let me send you a few. The very first one she sent me to was So Margo, M-A-R, wait a minute, M-A Mag-Gar-Bo. Is that what it is? Anyway, it's in Ashburn, Virginia. That was my first stop. I thought I was going to be able to get in and out in under like 20, 30 minutes. You know how you're just browsing? An hour and a half later, I was just like feeling the fabric, talking to the staff, having a grand old time. And I was never so happy that she sent me there. So I'm just like, the Dress a Girl Around the World has kicked off in full force, and we have until the first couple days of October to get these dresses made and sent. So if anyone doesn't know about it, type in your Google and find out about Dress a Girl Around the World. But for more pertinent information, please skip over to Tracy at the Sewing Channel. She segued every one of us that want to do a dress into this, and it's so amazing. What an outstanding organization to become a part of. Even just one little dress is going to make a difference. So I was at this store and I'm looking at all this cool fabric. This is stop number 1, and I'm thinking outside of the box, little girl, you know. So there's stipulations for the dresses, as one would expect, because it's foreign country. And this is the first fabric. What little girl doesn't like a little shot of pink?
Oh, look at that.
You're not allowed cartoon characters and stuff like that. So that's the first one. Then this is the second one. Now that is stinking cute. It looks like it's been paint brushed. Some little girl's gonna like that. And then this one here, I'm just in awe of this fabric. And in talking to the shop lady, they knew all about it and beat one up. I'm sitting there, we're talking. Oh, and I got a slew of this rick-rack to put on or tweak up, however you want to say it. And I'm going to my first quilt retreat. And you always need a little traveling mat for when you're cutting. And I got these things called Sew Tighties, and I'm going to try them on my long arm. So we're going to give it a go. For that back bar that I have trouble reaching, I'm just going to do a practice run. I forgot I bought these. I've been looking at all the other quilt shops. Now, is that not crazy? I bought so much. So, can't tell a hub about that one. So, the everything's bought. The pattern hasn't arrived yet, but that's a story for another day. You order Amazon Prime, it should be here in the next day or two. Well, now maybe Wednesday. I'm not going to have a chance to touch this until Monday next week. So, then the next little video clip is going to play, and that's the one where I was arriving at Becca's. It may or may not. He might have the... Huh?
It won't have it.
He says they're not going to edit, so we're just going to
Why don't we,
skip that.
why don't we play the ending video and you can talk what's going on these pictures here.
That might be something, but let me do... I'm just going to skip through and do all this stash haul.
Okay, do that.
So, I'll do that. So, one of the stops was I am doing a test pattern for a very, very dear friend. And this, I drug this. Oops, there. I don't have enough of one of the fabrics because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the fabrics I don't have enough of because it's already been pre-cut. Now, is that not going to look stinking amazeballs in a quilt?
They're so vibrant.
I know. It's like in your face, drop dead gorgeous. I'm biting at the bit to work on this, but I can't, I'm not touching it until I'm home, and I'll get up in one of my early morning adventures and jump into this one. But that is one store we went to, and lay that aside. My add-a-quarter roller, I had to buy a new set strictly because I don't want to mess up when I go, because my other one has gouges. The fool in me didn't realize I had to lay it flat this way and use the beveled edge as where I was cutting. I didn't know that because I'm not I'm very, very new to paper piecing. So this one here says you can buy 2. So what the heck? Joe said go shop and have fun. So spend and have a good time. And I also needed another ruler, like a hole in the head, but it was just cute. It's got little hearts on it. And what girl doesn't like hearts, right? So I picked that one up. And that was at Susie's quilt shop. And then I'm getting hooked on these block locks. So I found a good deal on this, and it was $26.50. So it just kept adding and adding, right? Sorry, he hasn't saw anything because I've kept it all bagged up. So then what girl doesn't need one more ruler? So I got one more for the long arm. Like I don't have enough rulers, right? But look at all the cool designs I'll be able to do. And I'm a ruler girl all the way. I love just putting a piece of scrap on, practicing, then I'll throw the quilt on and do what I have in my head. So, one of the shops, let me see which one this was, Quilter Studios, where this was. They had these cool looking panels. And I'm going to open it up. I bought one and it's already on its way to Sean, the guy who sews, because I'm always ragging and nagging him because he doesn't label anything. So I thought, okay, what a better way to surprise him than send him a bunch of labels. So I bought one for him and 2 for me. Isn't that the way it goes? You buy one for someone else and you buy 2 for yourself.
Right.
So that went out in today's mail. So that's his little surprise. And as soon as he opens it, he's going to know she got me. So here's the second one. And wait a minute. I must have bought more than that. I bought myself 3. Or the lady was generous. Yeah, we bought 4. It's okay.
Right.
She was happy to help me. So, while I'm at the quilt show, my granddaughter is amazeballs. Well, all my grandkids are, but this is too stinking cute. We love doing fun stuff at Christmas, and she loves advent calendars. So instead of always getting it and throwing it away, I thought, how cool is this going to be to surprise her this year? And all I have to do is take one of these little boxes to the store with me and buy whatever I want, stuff them in, and then when it's ready to kick off, I'll have it wrapped and say, here you go. You can't have them all in one day. But I thought, boy, I got that at half price at that quilt show. And they only had one, and I told the lady, I said, well, I'll be back in a little bit. I don't want to carry it around. She goes, if you buy it now, I'll give it to you half price. Well, she didn't have to tell me twice.
Right.
Half price, how can you go wrong, right? So, let me see. What else did I get? Ooh, this is going to be one of my projects. I thought that was cute. All round up. Who doesn't like that, right?
It would look good with every different one as a scrap.
I love doing scrap projects, and I'm just going to make this probably more than once. I just think this is stinking adorable, and then I'll pay it forward to someone that likes these kind of dogs, because I don't want to keep the pattern and just store it.
Right.
So I'll pay that one forward, but I'll make it a few times. I think it's going to be cute. So, goody goods, have you done this one? Let me know. If not, once I do it, I'll mail it out your way. So, during the time at the quilt show, I'd be remiss if I didn't say the names of a few places that we visited while we were there. They had this wood quilt block maker. His name was Thomas Hannon, and he's from Virginia. I'll have Joe drop all of this information in the description box, but I'm telling you what, when you see the walkabout that I really did showcase this one in particular because it is stinking adorable. You got that from the Stompin' Up lady, probably, Joe. You just go around once, absolutely. I can't wait to see the dog one. That's going to be fun. I have it, but it's just chilling in the To-Do Pal. Maybe you and I can do that together. We'll do a collab and just do it. That's a cute quilt. Donna Jordan made the Dutch Hound. I don't even have a Dutch Hound, but I just thought it was stinking cute. So one of the other places was Heavenly Cards by Jacqueline, Stompin' Up Demonstrator. This woman evidently makes cards, and it was just one of her business cards, and that's where I got the box for my granddaughter. And then Meadowbrook Quilting, it's a long arm service, so they asked me if I would share. During talking, you kind of get loose-lipped and you tell them about what you do. And then this one's Denine's Craft Corner. Now that's pretty cool. So that's all the cards, and I'll have Joe type up all that and throw it in the description box. But walking out of the church, you know, you got to get light-fingered leaving a church, right? They had this table, and I'm standing there, and I'm looking. And I was looking at this pattern, and it was laying on the table free. So I asked the lady, I said, I'm doing dresses for girls around the world. I'm not sure if this will work. And I couldn't get Tracy to answer her phone because there's criteria that needed met. And yes, it will. So one of the dresses will be this pattern right here. So it's going to be one of the patterns, and then I'll pay that forward. But I got a little giggle. Tucker, did you bring a haul home? Absolutely, he did.
I sure did. I didn't get as much as Donna did. She had a whole trunk load of stuff.
Gotta see it, Tony.
He's got it. I told him to have it ready to show. But Tucker and I and Mary, I believe she's in the chat tonight as well. We sat in on a FPP project. The lady was teaching it. I was trying to do a little video, but as she was teaching it, she kept getting sidetracked during, and there was no way that video was coming up.
Right.
So with that being said, she did give us a piece of paper, and we are going to make this. And once she got it all together, it looked really, really cute. So this is going to be on my to-do list, but you print 4 of them and put it all 4 together, and it makes a really pretty block. So that's just going to be a hoot and a holler to see what you come up with and I do and Mary. That's just going to be fun. Let me see, where else? Tucker, yeah, I got that. So one of the stores, and I honestly can't remember, I got this for one of the dresses to put around the bottom. I thought, boy, that'll help weight it down because it is quite heavy. And let me see, I'm moving right along. Pencil blocks. This, you know, you can't go to Becca's without going through her stash. So let me show you a few things. I got charming baby quilts. Is that not cute? And I think I know someone that might be having one. Or
Yeah,
two.
I don't know.
Isn't it cute?
I think Red's about ready to have one, isn't he?
Oh, I bet Red is. That's what Joe calls her, Little Red. And this is by Melissa Corey. So you climb the shelves and you scurry. I didn't really, but I'm just making up a good story. So Tucker, he's got the longest of arms. So he got the flea market one. And thank you, dear Tucker. In the great granny square. I'm a grandma, not a great granny, but they got really, really cute blocks. Look at some of this.
That's pretty cool quilter, so she's got that.
Absolutely. I'm just fingering through because we got quite the haul just from going to Becca's. Barb Olson, did Donna go through your stash while you were sleeping? No, actually, we sent her for Starbucks. No, it was Chick-fil-A, wasn't it?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. So, Becca, let me show you what I took. Mary Bright. Now, is that not cute? And I really didn't rob her. These are items that she said, here, I won't use, just take.
Not me. I was more bad. She didn't even pull out the driveway, and I was ripping apart her long arm.
Yeah, so we're going to tell about that tale. So this is one, and this is by Moda, and this is a beautiful bundle. And I'm telling you what, this is going to go to Charity Quilts for Kids for Christmas. And everybody that knows me knows I do a lot of charity quilts. But if I'm being blessed, I'm going to pay it forward.
After the money I lost, you're going to have to do me one.
Husband says after the money he looks like he's lost, I'll have to make him a quilt. He got one, and I heard it was like, he loved it, but the long armor must not have. So with that being said, I got these tiny, tiny squares, and there's 42. Honey, how big do you want your quilt? You're quite a tall dude.
You don't have enough of that to make me.
I bet I could make you something sweet. I got 5 of these. That'll cover your ankles. But these are just so stinking cute. So, that's just a little tidbit. Come on down. She's gonna watch inviting us, Tucker, you know?
Right.
So, the girl knows that I'm really enjoying making these project bags. Teresa Louise turned me on to them, and I can't stop. It's like an addiction. You'd think I'm a junkin or something. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, next project bag.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute. And then trim it out with this one. So one more bag's coming. And then, of course, ooh, is this not gorgeous?
I love that fabric.
I do too. Look at all the colors. And it's too pretty. I will probably dust it for a long, long time. Good day, Sean. You'll have to watch the recap to see what I said about you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
I'm going to put more shelves up to hold all this.
Husband said he's going to have to put more shelves up if I go down to Becca's again. But no, she had this in a blessing box. And of course, you know, I don't mind being blessed because she knows a lot of my work's charity work. But how cute is that going to be if you spun it? You'd make it kind of like a little tree, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So then I got this. And it's like the arm that keeps throwing fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas came early, so I'm going to have to flip through. And it's just, some of these are, well, they're all pretty, but some of them, it's like, and then, oh, this is Sweetwater. She had a project, and this is what she had left of her project. You know, that's what I said too.
Leftover?
That's her leftovers. Correct me if I'm wrong, Becca. It's like 2.5, 3 pounds of fabric. So, you know, look at this. Is that not gorgeous? So, I'm telling you, that's going to make a few quilts that's going to go to charity and help others. And that's what my channel's about, helping others.
Mm-hmm.
So, then she had these boxes laying around a bit that she's not going to be able to use. And I'm going to be either using these for giveaways, because she said I could pay these forward however I want. So these are probably going to be channel giveaways, and they're quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
This one here is a table topper kit, and that'll probably hold off until closer to that holiday.
The guy who says wants to know if you left any fabric in the stores down there for anybody else.
No.
Uh-uh.
Nope. And then this one here is a table topper. Now this one here, is that not cute?
Oh my gosh.
I just love it. Now this one here, I'm not sure that'll be a giveaway because I'm going to have trouble giving that one away.
Right.
But look.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like boom.
Mm-hmm.
So someone on my channel, when we hit the next big landmark, is going to get their pick. I'll hold it up, and you're going to be able to say, and I'm going to mark them with a Post-it note, like 1, 2, or 3. I'm really not sure that one's going to leave, because you're always looking for the next fun project, and once in a while you like to do something for yourself. Mm-hmm. So is this not darling?
Oh, I
And
like that.
I do too. So these are going to be sweet little giveaways as blessings. It'll come from our channel, but they're gifts from Becca's channel. And
Mhm.
I believe, like she says, and you say, Tucker, and the guy who says, it's my saying, together we grow, together we sow, and it's a
Yep.
team effort. No one does this journey alone by any means.
Nope.
And we're all in this for the long haul, and we're all in it together.
Mhm.
And did I show you the pencil one?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Mhm.
So let me see the debt free quilter. I want to go round one and call dibs, y'all. I know, right? But it's just amazing. Did you get your number of views? I have no idea what she's talking about. I think Sean was looking for views or something. I think that's what she might be talking about. But I'm gonna move all this haul out of the way. And then Tucker, while I'm moving my stash, do you want to show me yours?
Yeah. The only quilt shop that I bought something at was, let me dig it out. It was at the church. And let me see. This is a story of my life, always rooting through a bag to try to find something.
So what are you saying, bags? I love you.
Oh my. Oh, here we go. Finally. Oh, that's not the receipt. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, do not show the receipt.
You know. This was, let's see. I don't know if this is the right store, but we're just gonna say it's the Cloth Peddler Quilt Shop. And they had one of the bigger booths at the church. And when they walked in there, one of the whole walls was this extra wide backing. And I had seen this recently on Linda's Electric Quilters, and I was going to get it, but something told me no, no, no. So when I walked in there and saw it, I thought I just have to get it just for fun. So I walked out of there with 3 yards of extra wide backing. And I'm probably going to use this for the top instead of the backing. And it is
I
gorgeous.
love it.
I think I have it upside down. I don't know.
You do. But
Big.
there's no way we were leaving that store without that.
It's gorgeous. It's a lot of trees and
Yeah,
water.
turn it one more time, babe. Turn it one more time. There you go.
Oh, it's just great.
Now you can see the mountains, the snow.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
So that's probably going to be the center of the quilt top. And I thought, well, I need binding or a border or, something. So there's the receipt. It fell out. I don't know how many yards of this. It's like a dark navy, almost black, pebbled fabric that correlates with the backing. And that'll be a border or binding or whatever. And that's all that I walked out of that quilt show with.
I don't know how you did it.
I don't know either. I was too giddy off of the 3 of us bouncing off of each other.
So let me see. The debt-free quilter's doing one of these. Heart. Heart. I love you, Heather. And honestly, it was amazing. I have never, and I'm being honest, been to a real quilt store. My quilt shopping stores consisted of Soya Brothers online, Joey and Fabric locally, and Amazon. So we don't have a lot going up here. But I found one more bag while I was moving the stuff. Joe, I'm sorry. Almost. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's in this bag. As soon as you were talking about the store we were in, I was like, I thought I bought a piano. But look at this. And we got this at that burger store, Burger Sewing.
Yep.
So all of this fabric, and it's so stinking drop dead gorgeous. I've got to show it. And you'll see once I show you this panel. So I would honestly say I've got enough fabric. I will do Joe something special.
Oh,
He'll get it before he's like 80, he's 75, hitting 76.
still young and well.
He's still young at heart.
Right.
Look at this panel. Tucker and I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. And Teresa Louise does a lot of panel work. And I'm always telling her, I need help. I've got panels. I need help. So with that being said, I'm going to show you this one. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Now, is that not gorgeous? So this one, I will be calling upon Teresa Louise to help me make this super special.
Yep.
And this, if it turns out the way that I believe it will, this I will take and gift to my sister who's bedbound and struggling, and I'll hang it over her bed. So where she sleeps, that's one thing she does every night, is she says her Lord's Prayer. So that was fitting. So that's all of that haul. And then I think my husband might have missed me a bit, but he knows I'm doing a project, and it's going to segue to kick off here like this coming week, asking all of us content creators to support this breast cancer awareness. It's near and dear to my heart. We did a video today that's going to be purged out in the next day or two. So if you are a content creator, I need you to try your best to help me out on this. Crafty Panda, that's Benita. I'm not a quilter, but I'm a big supporter of some. So anyway, while I was gone, we are stronger together. My husband picked me up a lot of shirts. So he was doing some shopping. So what I'm asking all content creators to do, if you're going live in the month of October, help me raise awareness for breast cancer. You're never too young to get it. And you got to have a baseline somewhere. If you talk about it on your channel, you're reminding someone, go get that mammogram. Go get checked. The life you're saving could be that of your mom, your sister, your brother. Guys, get it?
Yep.
So this is not a disease that does not take prisoners. It's like any other cancer out there. We're stronger together, and we just need to push and raise awareness. So that's when you see me all month of October, because normally October I'm in pink all the time as a survivor. So it's just something that I'm choosing to do. We did a video today about my walk, my story, because we've had some people reach out asking for that. So they're going to utilize that to help with breast cancer awareness, Susan G. Komen Foundation and things. So you'll see that floating around, but it's going to kick off our channel, and then it's going to start going again. What are the numbers that keep popping up by Donna's name? The numbers that you're seeing is links that's going to drop channels. Like you're going to see where it's called Streamlabs. My husband or one of the moderators are dropping like where it says /05. It's alerting Streamlabs to drop the link for Beth of Goody Goods. Then you're going to see /76. Mona did what? Then you'll see it's called commands. Thank you, Becca. So the next, there you go. So as the mods are dropping links, it's just an easier way versus them typing everything in. I'm glad I survived too. It was bilateral breast cancer. In 2006 and 2011, I ended up with thyroid cancer. That all stemmed from all the madness. But you'll have to watch the video and hear my story. It took us all day to do a 20-minute video. So you can imagine some tears were flowing. So as you collect yourself and then you got to start all over. It's a hard story, and it's my story. So that one you'll see out there. So anytime anything's going on with breast cancer, I'm all on it because if our voices as content creators, I know what my subscriber count is. I know what yours is. I know what Becca's is. I know what Teresa Louise's is. If we all join together, say we got 30,000 between all of us, can you imagine that's 30,000 people in one video?
Yep.
Just saying, hey, remind your mom it's breast cancer awareness. Remind your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, whatever. Go get checked.
Yep.
You're just raising awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just got to talk to my stepchild and tell my grandbaby I love him. Good job. So with that being said, I've got all the cards. Now Joe's going to have the evidence of where my travels took me. And I'm sorry. He's not going to ask for a refund because all the goodness, he's going to reap the benefits as well. I got a couple things I can't show you because he's in the room. He's, command center, I guess? So he will drop all this. But Tucker, we're going to let this video play. You talk through it as well as I will. And evidently there's no volume, so we get to be moderating it.
And before we do that, I'll just say we have trouble brewing. Becca just texted me that she's free. So we'll wait till we complete our case before she comes in and tells it how it is.
Absolutely. She's going to set the record straight in Becca land.
Right.
But for right now, we're going to do our story and we're sticking to it. There was no one harmed in the making of these videos. But honestly, we had a blast.
Maybe not physically, maybe mentally.
She probably needed a nap after she was done with us, right?
Probably.
But yeah, Becca, we will allow you to come join us, and it's going to be fun. We really might want to let her join in now, though, because I don't think she got to really thoroughly walk through the quilt show and maybe enjoy it.
Here's one video I think we ought to.
He's going to give it a go. If the
I know
voice,
there's no sound, but this is an interesting video.
he says this one's an interesting video, so I don't know where it's going to go. Oh, do tell.
Oh.
So, she invited Tucker for a hot tea, and guess what she did? She cracked the whip, didn't she?
She had me working on that long arm. I told Tiffany when I talked to her, I told her, you better be glad you don't live this close to Becca. She would be putting you to work all the time.
Absolutely. So that's one little video segue. And let the next one roll.
Here goes.
Here goes, he said. This is Becca taking us to burgers. She says, come on, woman, get in the store. Joe gave you the card going out the driveway. Let's go spend it.
Right.
And what woman? You're backing out, and he says, honey, you got enough money? Here, go have fun. Well, wrong thing to tell a wife. Yes, I did. She did fabulous. She was an amazing host. I couldn't have asked for any more.
Yep.
I really thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't blame her, and you do amazing work, Tucker says. Absolutely. He has another little video clip somewhere along the way, but I think it said something along the lines of,
Here's the quilt show.
she invites me to her house and she's cracking the whip. This is the beginning of the quilt show, and it's going to last you like, I want to say maybe 10, 15 minutes. So, do what, honey?
You can explain what it is.
So we're going to walk you through. The sound would have been so much better, and when my husband figures that nightmare out, he will dump all these videos in one. But anyway, this is just a walkthrough of the quilt show. And I was narrating, telling you the name and the name of the quilts. And they were like any old quilt show, not old quilt show, but they're all in their little sectors. Becca is a kind-hearted jewel, absolutely. To know her is to love her.
Yep.
And she has nothing in return. she fits the bill for what we're looking for in a friend. We don't either. I just want you to love us and be honest with us.
There's some nice looking quilts.
These quilts are amazing. I don't have the names of them because I narrated it in. And the people that was walking before me, the guy goes, I think she got my bite. And I said, yes, I did. I was trying to hold it down so you can say I giggled a bit. If you're enjoying the video, please share your love by hitting the button. Thank you, Sean. Look at that butterfly. That was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. The one quilt store, I think it went for what, almost $200?
No, that was the last one. It went for like almost $3.
Almost $3, okay. And I wouldn't pay that. I would try to do it with scraps if I had just the pattern, just to make that like really pop, like in all neon colors.
Yep.
I think that would be amazing. But this, since y'all couldn't travel down there and we missed Sean and he couldn't be with us, Sean, this is your video tour, brother. And I tried to get a little bit of narration. You'll have to catch the next one when Joe gets it up and about for you.
I like that one there.
That is cute too. I can't remember the names. There must have been maybe 100 there.
I would say there was 100, and you just had to stand and look at every one. I mean, and just drool over all of them.
Absolutely. Becca said the butterfly took second place. Off Kilter Quitter. Hello, darling. Welcome to the funny farm with us. You need to come back to the Springs. That would be a blast. I'll never turn down a quilt show. If a husband says I can travel, I'm down. Now, I love that.
Yeah.
I love the way that it looks like little diamonds exploding.
It does. I forget who does that. I think it's Judy Niemeyer, but I don't know.
I wasn't sure. I narrated it, but there was so many there I couldn't begin to tell you. Give me a heads up when that is. Yeah, if anybody knows of any quilt shows or anything, if you can get that information out to Becca, to Sean, to myself, to Tucker, we can purge that out because I'm good for what? How are you, Chuck? Maybe a 5-hour ride we could do.
Oh yeah.
So I'll drive, you drive, Mom drive.
Right.
I'll drive. Yeah. All we have to do is give a little bit of notice. And we can clear our schedules and sync it up and road trip awaits. But I'm telling you, the craftsmanship of all these it was mind-blowing. I'm just in awe of each one of these people that submitted.
I mean, every one of these quilts, each one of them were so crafted with care and such imagination. Even if it was a pattern that you can, buy off of
that, I believe, is a Judy Niemeyer, isn't it?
Yeah. Even patterns that you could buy off the street, like the Tula Pink one that we all know, love, and all that type of stuff. Just the creativity in the quilting. It's just blows your mind.
Absolute. I'm just in awe of each and every one of these.
And we were standing there in these small quilts. We're like, I bet you Tiffany does this with her little scraps.
I guarantee you she does. She is. She's just got such an amazing mind. And her work is to die for. I mean, she knows her stuff and sets the bar high. Yeah, I was trying to do a swirl because there was so many standing in the little cubbies. Let me see. I think I like how you think, the Crafty Panda. Absolutely. Hope you are coming to Atlanta QuiltCon. I would love to, but I honestly didn't know about it in time to plan. So there's no way I can, babe. but we are planning on going to QuiltCon. Joe, do you want to let Becca in the chat? Or are you going to leave her up there knocking?
I'll let her knock.
She's a knocking at the door. Let's let her in.
Oh, she's driving home.
Where were you in the dark?
Oh, it's where I like to be, in the dark,
I'm not sure.
when nobody can see.
I'm sure it's.
So yeah, I don't know if it was shown yet, but I don't remember which one was first place. But I'm driving home from the guild meeting that actually put on this show, and they have all the winners, but it's written down on the piece of paper in the seat next to me, so I can't read that. But I can tell you that the butterfly quilt that was shown a bit ago, that's the Tula Pink butterfly quilt, and to see it online is gorgeous, but to see it in person is jaw-dropping.
I know.
I'm surprised it didn't take first place.
We stood there, and I kid you not, at least 10-15 minutes, and then we circled back to it again. And it was just outstanding.
The piecing was amazing, and the quilter, the way they did quilting, they added texture to the quilt that really took the butterfly. It finished out the butterfly shape. Like, it put the antennas on it, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. But there was another one that you showed at the beginning of the show, and I wished I had the pictures just to kind of narrate through a little bit, but it was a white quilt with some blue work on it, and to see an image of that one, or to see it from far away, you don't really appreciate it until you have the story behind that quilt. That quilt is a whole cloth quilt, and all of the blue that's on the white was hand embroidery, and then they free motion quilted on a long arm all around the hand embroidery, and it was just like, you didn't see that detail unless you stood right in front of it and started looking for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It was just, I've never saw a butterfly quilt before.
Yeah.
And it just blew me away. And then when Tucker found me when we were there, he's like, you got to see this. And we circled back, and it was just mind-blowing.
I know. After I saw that one, I was like, oh, maybe I want to do it. There's a few blocks in there, though, that have curved piecing, and it intimidated me a little bit, but I was thinking maybe I could try it. And then I saw on Fat Quarter Shop, on their cover page, they had the kit listed for $224, and my jaw hit the floor, and I went, oh, that's a lot of money for a kit without even a pattern. The pattern's like $30.
Yep.
So then we're out and about on Saturday, and the last quilt shop that we went to was the Quilter Studio in Fairfax, Virginia, and they had the kit for the butterfly quilt, and I was like, it's kismet. It must be meant to be. I must have to buy it.
Yeah.
And I picked it up, and I looked at the back, and it was $289. I was like, nope. Put it back.
That's one of those quilts you would only enter into a show.
I know.
But yeah. It's gorgeous. Totally gorgeous.
Yes. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, the quilts that they were there, that one, I remember this one, that's an Erica Arndt quilt pattern. I remember that one.
That would be amazing to do. Yep. I'm just like,
There were so many quilts. And then I just wanted to highlight for anybody that's in the Virginia area, Pennsylvania, DC, any like in the DC-ish area, normally there's a quilt show. I think it's called something Quilters United. I can't remember what the A stands for, but Mary mentioned it earlier. They normally do a really huge quilt show at the Dulles Expo Center over by the Dulles Airport. And we just got word tonight that they're no longer going to do that quilt show. So I know Mary mentioned it because it's normally in the spring. That's no longer happening. But what they are doing is for people that are part of their guild or their organizations, they're pushing those quilt shows down from being a massive quilt show at that high level down to the individual guilds to host. So I think what you're going to start seeing is more guild type shows and perhaps less of the massive out of just like walking for miles shows that you see at expo centers.
Right. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
But oh my, I'm telling you what, if we would have stayed at yours any longer, they'd have probably been booting us out, or we needed to bring a wagon. I
Well, I'm really
thoroughly
excited
enjoyed
because
myself.
in a couple of weeks, I think it's the 29th, the 30th, and then October 1st, there is a big quilt show in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is about a half an hour south of where I live. And I'll be going to that. I've actually already bought my admission ticket and have signed up for some workshops on Friday and Saturday. So Friday, September 30th and Saturday, October 1st, I will be at the Fredericksburg Expo.
Okay.
We tried to tell Donna she needed to come too, but she was like, I don't think the hubby is going to let me come to your house and then go to my retreat and then come home for a week and then go to another quilt show. So I don't
He
think
loves me a lot, but
She's not allowed to go to Becca's anymore.
I know. She showed a whole bunch of stuff, and I just want to have you know, a lot of that stuff was free, and she didn't spend a dang dime on. So I saved you money, Joe.
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
He's like, "Oh, is that how that works?"
Well, we kind of rolled ya. So let me see. I'm trying to look here at my schedule. I've got to talk to the hubs a little bit. You said you're going down the 29th?
Okay. Yep, the 20. Well, I'm going down on the 30th, so I'm going. I'm just going to drive down each day. I'm not going to get a hotel because I live so close. So packing up Friday morning, driving down there for the day, coming back, sleeping here, and then going back down Saturday for the day. So this isn't something that you guys need to decide in front of the camera. Talk about it.
Oh, yeah, we will. I just wanted the dates because
Yep.
I didn't write them down there. So it's the 30th basically and the 31st.
Well, it would be,
Well,
except there is
not
no
the
31st.
31st. The 30th and the 1st. I misspoke.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to switch to my computer.
So let me slip that into my calendar so I can review that and talk to him later. I didn't have my calendar with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So we had such a stinking good time. That's all I got. And none of us ended up in the slammer.
Right.
That was the added bonus. And let me see. Tucker, this quilt show, it was a good idea. Becca, you gotta let her back in.
Oh, okay.
Tucker threw her out the room. He booted her.
Yeah, I sure did.
He gave her the boot.
Mhm.
Yeah, he don't like me.
I know, right?
Oh.
What's up with that? Hey, I recognize that room, don't you, Tucker?
Yeah, I feel like I visited that place, maybe in a dream before.
I know. It was like, pinch me, babe, pinch me.
Mhm.
There was one point the whole weekend was a lot of fun, but Saturday was really cool because while we were waiting to go to the quilt show that sadly Sean couldn't join us for, but totally get it. He had a live stream on his channel. He does Brekkie with Sean every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And I've been pretty vocal about that's my me time because Friday night I'm in front of a camera, and then Saturday morning, I don't need to be in front of a camera. I just get my coffee and I come down in my pajamas and my hair is crazy. Usually it's all over the place. And that's when I get to work on a project or something. But since we were getting ready to go to the quilt show, I was not totally crazy yet. But anyway, we joined him and I ran out Saturday morning to get some Starbucks. I normally don't do Starbucks, but I had a special guest and I wanted to treat her to a Starbucks coffee.
Oh, bless you.
So while I was out picking up the Starbucks, Donna was sitting here in front of the computer with this in the background, and I slipped into the chat while I was in the line, and I was like, while I was in the line at Starbucks, I slipped in the chat on Sean's show. I was like, man, that's a great backdrop Donna has. I'm so jealous.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
look-
that girl. So that booth, that purse booth that she
Yeah.
just walked through, this woman makes all of those purses and they are phenomenal. They are so beautifully made. I bought two. Megan bought one. I actually gave that pink one to my sister-in-law because pink is her favorite color, but I've been carrying the other one like everywhere. It's awesome. I love it.
Absolute. But I mean, look at all these different patterns. Some of
Mhm.
these I had never seen before. Not that I'm fluent, but they were really cute. So I was trying to show those.
Yep. She had some of those are great. The next booth, I'm trying to remember where you were.
I
so
was
that
coming up the lane.
Yep.
The
I think
woodworking.
the
booth.
woodworker's the next one.
Oh, the woodwork. So the woodworker booth, I'll start talking about that. The woodworker booth, when she goes in there, this guy's at the quilt show every year, and he does a lot of phenomenal pieces. But one of the things that caught my eye, well, there's a few things that caught my eye, but this man has made lots of little pins that are different quilt blocks. All of the pieces of wood are completely inlaid. Everything's made by hand. And there's a lady at, I think her name is Karen at the Guild, who has bought every single one of those pins. And I remember her because every Guild meeting, she wears a denim shirt with the Guild logo embroidered on it. It has all of the pins on her shirt. But he has handmade stilettos there. He's got, you can see lots of artwork that you can see Donna in the mirror.
I didn't even see that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yo, Patty G said, Donna and Tucker, the shelves are still full. What? I would have had at least cleared the jelly roll shelf. Okay, so let me clear the air here a little bit. Donna did not go scaling my shelves for things to take away. Although there is actually one shelf that is half empty because I had those 4 table topper boxes sitting on them, and I passed those on to Donna to use. I am a Marie Kondo fan, and that means I like to destash and declutter frequently. So multiple times throughout the year, as things come into my space, I have finite storage. I have a lot of storage, but I have finite storage, right? And so that means if I'm going to keep something, then I have to love, if in order for it to go on my shelf, I have to love it enough for it to be on the shelf. And sometimes that means in order for it to go on the shelf, something has to come off. And so I keep a box, sometimes 2 or 3 of them, Donna can tell you, underneath my ironing board, and it's my D-stash box. And anybody that comes into my studio, Mary can tell you this too, the crafty panda, anybody that comes into my studio gets to pick through my D-stash box. And every so many months, once it gets filled up, if nobody's picked through it and it's starting to get kind of big, I'll tape it up and I'll actually send it down to Tiffany because she's one of my best friends and I know she uses it. So all the more reason to come visit me. You get the free stuff.
But we don't come to see you for that. That's the added bonus.
But you need to come to see me so that I can get rid of it.
Oh, I see how you roll. Well, anytime it starts to pile up, I'll save you the postage and I'll just slip on down.
Right.
Well, and it's also the box that I go into whenever I do one of those mystery quilty giveaways on my channel. Oh, that looks like a watermelon. That's pretty. It's also the box that I'll go into when I say I'm going to give away a mystery prize, because I'll go over there and I'll just pick something out at random and put it in, unless I know the person really well, and I'll try to pick out something that I think they like. And that's gorgeous. That log cabin. Seeing all of these log cabin quilts is so fun because I've started my own, and now I'm like, oh, I'm quilt.
Look at that heart.
Yes.
I just finished my log cabin and it's a cross, and it might be going to Tucker or to Courtney to quilt, even though I have a long arm. Sometimes you just need that special tweak.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that
Oh, I
one's going
love
to be
that.
going to my pastor, so I want it to look nice.
Sean wants to know if he should bring a U-Haul. You should at least bring, well, no, actually I have a wagon. Thank you, Mary. Mary brought me a collapsible wagon. She talks about how she came here with nothing and left with bags of stuff. I think that's hilarious because the woman showed up and gave me a collapsible wagon to use for my retreats. So, you gave me something too, Mary. But no, I have a wagon. You can load the wagon up and just wheel it out to your car, and it'll make me happy that I can go get more stuff.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Hey, we should start a drinking game. No, listen. Do you have a
Okay.
beverage?
Yeah, I
This
have coffee.
you.
Yeah, let me go. Can I get one?
This is Ian. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you what the game's gonna be.
Okay, let me get some
Oh
water.
gosh, it's Ian. Here we go.
He knows us so well.
He needs to Marco Polo Becca the video of him snort laughing when we get going. And she'll have to send it to us so we can see it.
Oh, this is going to be fun. And we need to bring him on because he knows us so well. He keeps going like this. Wait till I read it.
I keep getting flashbacks.
Ian,
to
I'm
the
not
train
ratting
wreck.
you out, babe. I love you. This is a good thing. All you have to do is let me know when we do it. He is a doll baby. I love this boy.
Okay. Beverage obtained. Also, by the way, that panel over your shoulder.
Isn't it love? Hey, we have a guest in the house. Would you like to tell everybody hello?
Hi, everybody.
I promise you I'll feed you at some point this evening.
Okay, I'm just eating some chips. And what happened out there?
Your
It's like a
children
stuffing nest.
misbehaved.
What did they get?
Yes.
Stuff it?
So anyway, the game's gonna go like this. You got your beverage. Okay.
Water, FYI. And
That's okay. Mine's
not Kentucky water. Water.
okay. Ian, I love him. He goes, I think there needs to be a drinking game. Each time you say absolute, take a shot.
Oh gosh.
Or he says amazing. Tucker says we all have our little niche of what we say. And when someone says something, you say, you're welcome. Now you're snort laughing. So I think it's darling. So every time we catch ourselves. No, Tucker's is not water, it's coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
He's allowed coffee now. He is all of is it tonight? I believe.
What?
Don't what me.
I have all
I think
night.
it's tomorrow.
17.
No, it's
Oh,
tonight.
my birthday.
Yeah. Is it
Oh,
today or
God.
tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
I thought so.
So everybody in the chat, that's the other thing I wanted to throw out there. Tucker's birthday is tomorrow. So with that being said, why don't you all give him a happy birthday in the chat? Light him up.
Happy birthday, Tucker. Did you start on my quilt yet?
He'll be cracking that whip tomorrow,
Right.
You can have tomorrow off, but why aren't you working right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. I already got it done.
No way. Did you really?
I ain't showing you until I
He
come
showed me
down.
pictures all day long, and I'm like, ooh, don't show her.
So I'm gonna drop a little bit. Are you doing content for it too?
I tried, but technology issues. So I'm gonna redo some stuff.
Okay, but you are gonna have some sort of
Yeah.
okay. So here's the deal. Just so everybody doesn't think like Donna walked in and I made her do this, and Tucker walked in and I made him do that, because
He didn't really beat us. We're only playing.
Tucker and I have been talking about him coming out and us doing something for a while. This has been in the works for months, like since like spring, before Tea Quilts retreat, before they moved, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
And the goal was that when he showed up,
What, honey?
we wanted to do some
Isn't that
sort of a
awesome?
long arm collab. And the goal would be that he'd show up, and either we didn't know exactly what it was going to be, but it was going to be a long arm collab. So of course, when he came out, we wanted to set up that collab and get it started. So I had my Monica quilt, which is that red and white quilt that you guys have seen on my channel. I had the Monica quilt loaded on my long arm. The backing was already there, the batting was there, and the top was floated. I hadn't started. And he walked in and I said, "Ooh, you want it quilted?" And he goes, "Okay." And he kind of wanted, like, I think he wanted a little bit of creative direction just to get his juices flowing and to pick something. And we talked a little bit about it. I gave him an idea of what I was thinking about doing, and he was kind of off and running. But what they were referencing, and this was hilarious. So I had my frame, my husband set my frame up. And the thing that holds the belly bar and the top bar was pivoted down 90 degrees because it can either go like this or it can go like this. And I don't know the technical terms, but it does this or it does this. It's whatever. So whatever, it go like this. And it was going like this, and I had the bar in the wrong position. And so I didn't think anything of it because that's what I thought it was supposed to do, because nobody told me. Tiacum didn't come build my frame. I did it myself. So I leave to go pick up Chick-fil-A as a snack. And I come back and I walk in the room, and the first words out of Tucker is, "I fixed your janky machine. It was all broken." I was like,
You had it all jacked up.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, did you mean the baby?" Because there were tension issues on it when Donna was working last night. Because I just saw him in the back, like in the back of the long arm. And he was like, "No, the long arm." And I was like, "There's nothing wrong with the long arm."
She like, went the immediate defense. Now, the baby lock was jacked up for Donna, and Mama Nancy was quick to call and say, "No, it worked last time I did it. Must have been Donna." But
No,
it wasn't.
Donna.
No, I'm teasing. So, yeah. Tucker, he was setting the tone straight. You didn't know shit.
She walked out that door to get Chick-fil-A, and I looked at Mary and I said, "Mary, get over here and help me move this bar."
And I said, "Y'all better hurry because that's only down the street a bit."
It's a mile and a half down the road. But I walked in and I was like, "What do you mean it was broken?" And I had to sit and I stared at it for a minute. And he was telling me, he was like, "Well, you got the reason why you had the thread breaking," because I didn't even tell him I was having problems with the thread breaking all the time. But I told Tiffany about it a million times. And he's like, "The reason why the thread keeps breaking is because this was wrong in the bobbin. And the reason why your quilt bounces so much is because the bar's in the wrong position. This needs to happen. This needs to happen." So I just fixed all of it. And I was like, I was gone 10 minutes.
And it took him.
And here's the thing.
One.
Well, but here's the thing that made me giggle about all this. And I'm not trying to put anybody in blast, so I won't mention the quilt shop and I won't mention the guy's name. But y'all know my handlebars on my Amara are not flush against the body of the machine. Something happened when we moved from house A to house B that they got separated a little bit. So I called a handy quilter technician to come out to my home and fix the handlebars. And he came in the house and he serviced the machine and left. And it was skipping stitches when he left. And so then he came back out and I didn't have to pay for the second call and he fixed it. But the handlebars are still messed up and all that other stuff was messed up too. And he didn't fix any of that. So anywho, that's it.
But it was amazing.
It was. And then do you want to tell them about the other collab we're doing, Tucker?
Oh, the what's the name of it? I can't, I'm blocking.
It was the New Year's Star quilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Becca, she's like, "You're making good progress on this quilt." She's like, "Do you want to quilt another quilt?" I'm like, "Sure." And so she pulled out this star quilt, and as she was making it throughout, a couple months ago, I was like, "I know exactly how I'm going to quilt this quilt." And when she pulled it off her rack, I almost fainted Not because I was in a celebrity's house, but because she pulled out that quilt for me to quilt.
Oh,
He
But-
did too. I pulled it off of the rack and I was like, well, I told him, I was like, what do you think about collabing on something? 'Cause I've been talking to Tiffany about this too, and I think I want to do it with her too. I think I want to enter a couple. But Tucker's skills, I think we can all just say right now, like we all know Tucker's got mad skills, more skills in his pinky than I think I have in my entire body. And I've told him that. And I'm like, what if you quilted one of the quilts that I pieced and we entered that in the show? And he was like, okay. And I was like, so you'll do it? He was like, yeah. And I walk over to my quilt rack. I've got all these quilt tops over there waiting to be quilted. And I knew exactly which one I was going for. I was going for the New Year's Star quilt. And so I lifted up the quilts around top of it. And as soon as my hand touched it, I heard this from the back of the room.
that's the one he would have been hoping.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
he grabbed, like, he was like, I know exactly how I'm going to quilt that. So we picked the backing, we picked the binding fabric, and it is off with him. He's going to do all the quilting for it. And in 2023, my goal is to enter that in at least one quilt show.
Mhm.
I'm really excited.
It's gonna be off the hook amazing.
Mary wants to know if you seat belted those babies down on the way home.
Absolutely, we ask.
I held them in my lap and was like, okay, I know exactly how I'm gonna quilt you.
And he was petting it and thinking,
Right.
designing.
Mhm.
You should change your channel name to the Quilt Whisperer.
Ooh.
I can't. I already have the business name.
He's got the LLC now. He can't. He's lost.
Right.
So,
Oh.
anyway, I'm sorry.
So anyway, on behalf of Tucker and myself, thank you, and I'm sure Mary echoes us. Thank you for hosting us. You were an amazing host. It was an amazing time, and we couldn't be more blessed to have spent some time with you and get to know you on a more personal level. And Tucker, we were fangirling, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do.
Oh my God, I got butterflies at the thought of talking to her. How about you?
Yeah.
We're
No,
teasing.
I
We're
don't know.
teasing.
Yeah.
No, she's
I think we all got
100%.
along really well.
She's 100% down to earth. What you see is what you get. It's like the rest of us.
Yep.
We're all human. We're all natural, and this is what it is.
And
And
I have
I believe, let me see. Tracy from the Sewing Channel slipped in.
Did she?
I believe she did. So, Joe, if you could drop her link for us, that
And
would be
she
great.
asked she asked what's going on here, and I was so ready to say a hot mess.
Absolutely, 100. Let me see. Tucker says, "Oh, honey."
Oh, honey.
Oh, wait a minute.
Honey.
Oh, honey.
There was another cute one. Tucker don't let no wind blow under his feet.
So we also did, we left this out. So Friday, Donna shows up. We did some quilt shop hoppings, and then we came back here, did the live. And if you want to see what what our day was like, you could go watch that 2 hours, but be prepared to wear Depends because you're probably gonna laugh a lot. We had the giggles really bad.
I had
Saturday,
too much caffeine. I gotta say, it was
Saturday-
caffeine.
Saturday we did the quilt show and went to a couple more quilt shops, but we ended the day with a dinner at Captain Pell's Crab House in Fairfax, and I was so excited to go because Mary is from Virginia, and she's in the chat, by the way, is the Crafty Panda. So anytime I'm talking about my friend Mary, that's who I'm talking about. She lives about an hour away from me. So she came in for the festivities on Saturday. So Mary went with us, and then Tucker and his brother and his mom went, and then of course Donna. Well, Donna's a girl from Maryland, so I know she's down for some crab picking. And then,
Speaking of crabs, Joe, do you want to play that video?
yeah, this is a great, and we'll narrate right over top of
It's
it.
just little pictures.
You need to narrate, Becca.
Yeah.
Becca, we'll let you narrate the next segue.
Oh,
Goodness.
right.
I'm going to disappear and let you be the narrator.
I'll wait for it to start.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. So I'll just start talking. Oh, this is the Magarbo. I can't remember.
Magarbo.
Yeah, that's the quilt shop up in Ashburn, Virginia that she went to. It's an amazing quilt shop. Absolutely love it. I haven't been inside that shop in a number of years, but I have ordered from them online. This is a picture of us in our quilt studio, like literally right here. And that was from Saturday afternoon in between the quilt shop and dinner. Donna said, take a picture and send it to Laura Lynn during her live. So we did.
Did she ever respond?
She did. I talked to her today.
Okay.
So this, that going back to that last picture, I'll just let these play through and I'll tell you about the dinner. When we went out to dinner, we went to this place called Captain Pell's, and it is my go-to place for crabs. Oh, that's when we got our smoothies on Friday. So I took Donna because Donna's a Maryland girl and it was celebrating her birthday. So I was like, I know she's going to like it. And I invited Mary because I knew she was going to like it. And I told Tucker, I was like, and we'll go get crabs. And he was like, okay, I'm in. And the way he said, okay, I'm in, I was like, oh, dude, he knows about crabs. He's down for some crab picking. We show up. He's like, this is my first time having crabs. And I was like, somebody want to show him how to eat them? But he did quite well. How many did you have, Tucker?
I don't know, like 3 or 4.
You did good. You did good.
I don't eat much.
What did you think?
Oh my gosh, they were delicious. And then you dip them in vinegar and then the Old Bay. Donna got me started on something.
No, Donna's got it down. She's a Marylander. She's got it down. So when she picks her crabs, she opens them up and she gets the meat, and she's got 3 little containers in front of her. She's got the drawn butter, the vinegar, and then the Old Bay, these little cups. And so she just starts, like, she doesn't eat it. She just puts it in the cup and lets it sit. And then when it builds up, she puts her hand down in the cup and picks up the pile of meat, puts it in the next cup, dips it, and then puts it in the third one. So she dunks it in the butter, tops it with the vinegar, and then coats it in the Old Bay, and then just, she got it down. She got it down. I was like, man, I thought I had it. She was like, don't bother me. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, it was good.
Yum.
So this was outside the quilter studio. This is the last quilt shop that we went to. And that's actually the one in Fairfax, Virginia, where I started going. I forget. She got that one for you, Joe. But that's the one that we went to that's the one that I went to when I first started quilting. That's where I learned how I started playing with the long arm and all that other stuff. So anywho, it was a great time and I want to do it again. And I can't wait. Like, I'm down for like tomorrow.
Oh, bless your heart.
I do want to say, because I do see before he leaves, Sean,
are you still here?
I just saw him say, night all, this was fun. So who knows if he's still here, and maybe he's not. And if he's not, then it was meant for him to not know. But in honor of Sean not being here, I wanted to get him a little something, a little token of appreciation for the quilt show. So I did get him this little present, and I will only show it if he's in the chat and tells me to show it. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it as a surprise for him.
Hang tight.
Oh, he's still there.
All right, he's still here.
Sean, should I open it? Just say open if you want me to open it. Otherwise, I will leave it for you for when we finally meet up in person and you can open it then.
I can assure you, you will not be disappointed either way.
No, we all picked it.
Yep.
Yeah, his from me is on an en route. He'll get it sometime this week.
Go for it. So I was trying to be sneaky and I don't think I was doing a very good job, but I asked Sean if there was anything that he collected in his sewing room. And he was like, well, seam rippers. And he held up 2 really cheap seam rippers. So we bought him from the Woodcrafter. We bought him a handmade seam ripper. It is called the Purple Heart seam ripper because it's made out of purple heart wood. One side is a seam ripper, and then the other side is actually a stiletto. So we've got it in this little bag waiting for you. So when you do make it to either Fredericksburg at the end of the month or up to DC, whenever you come, this is you.
And it's a jacket. It's a jacket. He's already killed Jack, so we've got him a jacket.
That's fine. That's fine. We wanted to get him. He did say that his favorite colors were bold colors. He liked red, but this This was not as red. It's really reads kind of more a maroony purpley color, but it's gorgeous. So nice and bold and very pretty in your hand. So there you
And
go.
that
This
is
is
to
your
be
pumpkin
used,
heavy
not
ribbon.
stored.
Yeah, use
Yeah.
it. Don't just look at it.
Oh, he's happy. He'll be even happier when it's in his hand. The goal is you won't have to use it much, but if you do, your life will be easier.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
She's trying to tell him something if she buy him a ripper.
What he say?
It's like you're trying to tell him something if you bought him a sharp instrument like the Ripper.
Well, I
Back
mean,
the Ripper.
I think every quilter deserves one of those tools. Listen, here's the thing. You don't know the value of a well-made, good ripper until you had one.
Absolutely.
It's the one tool that every quilter is always going to have to use. And these things, well, not the stiletto, because whatever, but these get dull over time. And if you don't have nice, big, bold ones that set them apart, they tend to grow legs and walk away.
Yep.
Did I see that right?
Barb said, I saw his cheap seam rippers. Put those babies to bed, Sean.
Yeah, it blasted up on the screen and I was like, shit. I've got a few of mine as well. Oh my God.
You can go to bed now.
Kathleen's in the chat, and I believe we've got another birthday girl. Happy birthday, sweetheart, and welcome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And
So,
thanks for all the birthday wishes.
I hate to call it an early evening, but we've been on about an hour and a half, and people will kill us if we stay on much longer.
I don't know about anybody else, but I gotta pee.
Okay, this is the After Hours show, and it's uncensored.
I got to pay.
Well, at least you ain't got to use the outhouse.
Right.
So, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a blast. And the delay was so that we could get the girl in the house with us, so that both of us could say thank you.
Yes, thank you, Becca.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, and the live stream, but stay on for just a second because I want to just coordinate and talk.
We will.
Okay.
So, you guys, good night. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you back in the next video. Take a second and do your goodbyes. We love yous.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, chat people.